That's your freaking job. What do you want, a cookie? Right? That's your job. So I wasn't giving them out for that stuff. I was giving them out for extraordinary, above and beyond things like acts of kindness, generosity, things I saw that were character issues for kids, and that they were doing that was like, wow, that's impressive. And what's funny is because the kids knew that, and they all wanted them, but I gave them out rarely. And it's funny what happened is when they got one for me, they could trade them in, they could get bear bucks and trade them in for ice cream and stuff like that, right? When they got one from me, because I handed them out so rarely, guess what?
They got a better problem.
Nope.
They had a better sentimental value?
They kept them. Because they'd come up, will you sign this for me? And I'd sign it. And they'd like, I'm like, what do you mean? You go get ice cream. They go, Mr. Safety, that ice cream will be gone in 5 minutes. This I can keep and remind me that you gave this to me. You know? And I was floored by that. It was very humbling. I was like, wow, like this means something. Because you don't just bojank it around for anybody. So if you saw me and you deemed that I was doing something that was worthy of getting the bear buck. So there's the exception, right? When you like the token more than what you could get for it. But I just tell that story as an aside to highlight, normally tokens don't have any value outside that economy. They're not good for anything. They're just wasted paper or wasted little coins or whatever. Now think about this. You know what a casino is? Right? What are the tokens that you get while you're playing games and poker and stuff? They're chips, right? But they're not really chips. Because if you take that chip and go to the store and say, hey, can I get a loaf of bread? What are they going to tell you? No. Right? They're not going to tell. Now, of course, a savvy person who knows what they are and where you got it would go, sure, I'll take that because it's probably worth a lot more, and you go back to the casino, turn it in. But my point is, those chips don't mean anything unless you turn them in to get the money that they represent, right? Now, where else is a token economy in the world, in life? Where else do you see the token economy? Or participating in one? Hey, silent people. That was one of the questions. It was, where have you done? Yes?
Like getting a check, like you give someone a check for money and they have to go to the bank and...
Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting, and she's onto something there. Yeah.
Maybe like reward systems, like stores and restaurants.
Very good. Anybody got a Chick-fil-A app on their phone? Anybody got a McDonald's app on? What is wrong with you people? You don't have apps on your phone? What do you just, you know? Well, that's right, you don't have any money, so you're never going to be able to do it anyway. But I have apps on my phone, so when I go to Chick-fil-A and I buy something, I get what? I get points. Now, if I go to McDonald's with the Chick-fil-A app, are they going to take my points? No. Is Burger King going to take McDonald's points? No. Am I going to get it my way that day? No, I'm not. So outside of the system, no value. But when I go to Chick-fil-A, I turn it in and I get filled, right? I get some food. Yeah.
What about concert tickets? Because like you buy it and then you like, if you don't go, it has no use.
Oh, okay, I get what you're saying. That's not a token economy. Well, I mean, all right. So we'll make it one. In a way, you could say you ticket, you go trade your ticket in for what?
For
Thank you, Anthony. Tell her.
To get in.
You don't get in a concert without a ticket, little girl. You ain't going to see Taylor Swift without a ticket. Okay? You turn the ticket in, you get entrance. Something else you want. Okay? Now, of course, if in the old days, when you have, they print them out and stuff. I've got a whole stack of concert tickets because they used to rip them off and then give them back to the rest and stuff, or they didn't even rip them. But anyway, so you get to keep both. That's good because sometimes you look back and go, oh, I went to that concert. That was awesome. Anyway, where else is there one? Anybody ever been to D&B's? Dave and Buster's. What do you get when you play the games?
Points.
You get points. And outside of Dave & Buster's, what do they worth? Inside of Dave & Buster's, what do they worth? Not much more. I mean, you ever been into one of those things? You turn in your tickets, and it takes you like 600,000 tickets to get a piece of gum, this big or something, right? I'm kidding, but you get the point. But that's the token economy. The tickets don't mean anything until you trade them in, right? And what's awesome about D&B's, by the way, we love going. I don't know, the kids are kind of It's sad. I think they're outgrowing it now. I still love going because one of the things we do with the tickets is they have menu items in the restaurant that you can redeem for certain meals, for certain entrees or appetizers or whatever. And I'm like, oh, awesome. So now I don't have to. I don't actually. I've already, in a way, I've already paid for it by buying playing the video games, right? So not only do I get the fun of playing the video games, I also get food, and I don't have to spend more money necessarily. That's pretty cool. So I do that, and they have some pretty good food there, in case you've never been. All right, anyway. So yeah, token economies. Now, nobody has hit on the biggest token economy ever. Yeah,
The dollar bill?
the economy. The economy itself is a token economy. We already established you cannot do what with money?
Eat it.
Eat it. Drink it. You can't
Wear it.
live in it or wear it. But what can you do with it?
Trade it in.
Trade it in for all those things. And then even things that aren't primary reinforcers you can trade it in for, right? You can trade them in for other secondary reinforcers. Right? That's how it works. Now, again, let's say, wait a minute a second, that money has value. See, yeah, well, inside our economy, you take our dollar bill to a place that doesn't take dollar bills, they're going to look at you and be like, sorry. Right? Okay, any comments or questions about token economies? Anybody not understand the component parts? Okay. All right, so let's keep moving on now. Shaping. All right, so shaping is an operant conditioning technique where the person who is trying to shape behavior in someone or an animal or whatever, they will do that by the R word, reinforcing each what? Very good. Each successive approximation. That's in the definition. So you might want to highlight that or underline it. Because, and it's a fancy way of saying the next what? Step. The next step in whatever the behavior is. Okay? Now you say to me, sometimes behaviors have multiple steps, or sometimes behaviors are just complicated for an animal or a human to do, okay? So we're going to stick to the realm of shaping for parents who want their child to clean up his room, okay? Is that a complex behavior to a 3 or 4 year old? Cleaning your room? Yeah, if you know 3 and 4 year olds, it is. Okay, Nevaeh? All right, so you take the kid in the room, right? And you have to start teaching them the steps to clean your room. Now, you probably, maybe you've shown them, whatever, all that stuff, that's good. But now they're going to do it. Okay? And we're going to see if they can learn it. Well, to say to them, just clean your room, probably isn't going to work. Because there's certain things you want them to do. What's the number one thing your parents want you to do to clean your room? Pick up the floor so I can walk on it, right? So let's say he's got what on his floor?
Toys.
Toys, absolutely. So you tell him to what?
Put toys in the box.
Put the toys in a box or in the closet, wherever they go. Now here's the thing. Each successive approximation for that kid, when he picks up the first toy, what are you going to do? What does you do? Okay, well, you've already done that, right? Well, you're going to tell him in a second. But what do you do when he picks up the first toy? You're going to what him? Reinforce him, right? You're going to tell him, that's right, all right, yep, pick that up. Now you're going to do, go put it in your box. And he goes and puts it in his box. What do you do? Good job, good job. All right, come back and get another one. He gets another one. But he starts going to where it's not supposed to go. What do you do? No. Use negative reinforcement, right? No, it doesn't go in there. It goes in here, remember? Okay? And then he takes it over and puts it in his box. Good job. Comes back, takes the rest of his toys because he figures it out. Okay? You do this as long as you need to until he learns how to do it, right? And you reinforce each step that he gets closer. Now, if he regresses and just picks up the toy and stand there, you've reinforced him enough for that. You just, go put it in your box, right? Go put it in your box. And he just stands there. You're not telling him good job. Go put it in your box. Then he goes and puts it in the box. Okay? You've already reinforced him enough for that. He comes back, picks up another one, finishes it up. Now he's got clothes on the floor. They go where? In the hamper, right? Okay, they go in a basket, a hamper, whatever. Same thing. Reinforce, picks it up, he goes to put it in the toy box. What do you say? No. Doesn't go there now. Goes in the hamper, goes over here. Show him. And he puts it in the bin. Good job. All right, way to go, kid. Now you could also use little treats. I mean, you don't want to be, chocolate, give him a candy bar every time he does it, but you give him a little M&M, or you give him a raisin. You give him something that he likes, a little drink out of a sippy cup. Who knows what he wants, right? You can give him verbal praise. At the end of it all, when he learns the behavior and he cleans up his room, now you could give him a squirt of whipped cream out of the whipped cream can if he likes that. You know what I'm saying? Okay, good. But then